I'm Mei-Ling.
And I'm Kelly, and we're with Family Entourage.
And today we're going to be bringing you our Momprenuer and Man Behind the Brand Monday series, where we sit down with the leaders of your favorite brands. Today we are with Grainne Kelly of BubbleBums.
Yeah, and so we'll just get right into it and start off with, before you started your company, what were you doing?
Before I started BubbleBum, I had a franchise of travel counsellors, which was the largest home working network of travel agents. Prior to that, I had been working in local commercial radio station, and prior to that, I had been working as a quantity surveyor, a junior quantity surveyor, so it's quite a varied job role there, you would say.
I love hearing about people's journeys. Grainne, we also want to know, how did you come up with the idea for BubbleBums?
I came up with the idea for BubbleBum when I was travelling with my own children, and every time I arrived to the car rental desk, of course they didn't have the car booster seat even though I pre-booked it in advance. So I used to crack up every time I got to the desk and say, well, why don't you have it? I've pre-booked it. And the answer was always the same. We don't have anywhere to store them. They're too bulky. So I asked them, why is there no such thing as an inflatable car seat? And of course everybody laughed at me. So I came back, and rather than accepting that there was no such thing as an inflatable car seat, I decided to ring all the crash test laboratories and ask them, what is the solution? Or is there a solution, or has anybody ever tried to have an inflatable car seat? And I asked them they started speaking to me with all of these technical terms, and I'm not an engineer. And I said, well, treat me like a 3-year-old and explain it to me like a 3-year-old. And that's exactly what they did. And one of the main issues that they had was that an inflatable product must be crash tested in the worst possible case scenario, which for an inflatable product means deflated. So that was the major hurdle that we had to get over from the get-go.
Well, and then share with us a little bit. I know we're trying to balance doing our company and being moms, but how do you find the balance between company and family?
It's difficult at times, and I have had to do a significant amount of travel, transatlantic travel, over the past number of years, and travel back and forth to Asia. The one thing that we do in our house is I do involve the children in all aspects of the business, and from the perspective of I want to know what their goals are. And from the very beginning, they had said to me, Mommy, I said, what does success look like to you? And I was expecting them to say, oh, when we have a helicopter. And they said, no, when we were in, and at that particular time it was when we were in Toys R Us. And then more recently we asked them, what does success look like for you? And they said, oh, well, we would really love to be in Target stores in the US. So we do involve all of the kids in those types of conversations. And plus the fact my husband actually works with me, which is a good job, otherwise we would undoubtedly be divorced because I would never see him. But we're diametric opposites and with totally different skill sets, so it works really well.
Now we are getting ready for back to school preparation, and can you tell us a little bit why you think that BubbleBum should be on every parent's back to school preparation list?
When it's back to school time, everybody is thinking about their after school activities. You've got soccer, you've got football, you've got ballet, you've got your basketball, your volleyball, and all the kids have to get there. But there's always going to be one mum doing carpool, and there's always going to be one mum without a car booster seat. So the important thing for me is always to make sure that my kids are safe first. So if anybody else wants to send their child without a car booster seat, let them have that on their own head. I have decided that for my children that they would always ride on the car booster seat. So the BubbleBum is the perfect solution, because not only can you easily fit 3 across the back seat in any vehicle, even the tiniest vehicle, but you can also have the BubbleBum travel with the child. So you can put it in their backpack when they're going to school, and it doesn't actually matter who's taking them to soccer practice, it doesn't matter who's picking them up to bring them home, or indeed it doesn't matter if your child's friend doesn't have a car booster seat, because you can easily pack this up and put it in the glove compartment in the car.
Okay, I feel like we can learn from everybody. So from you, what is one thing that you can pass on that can be inspiration or a piece of advice for any other mompreneurs or dadpreneurs out there?
I'm actually going to give you 2 lessons. The first lesson that I ever learned was always, always, always sign a non-disclosure agreement. So sign a confidentiality agreement, because it's too late after you've discussed something and someone comes back and says, oh, well, actually I've proceeded with your idea. And I actually did have that happen to me in the very, very beginning. And the second thing that I would say is, prior to your prototype. So before your prototype, you're going to prototype so that you can fail fast. If your idea is going to work, let it work fast. If it's not going to work, at least you'll know quickly and you can move on to the next thing.
Grainne, we've so enjoyed sitting down with you. What is one thing that you are working on right now that you're really passionate or excited about?
We are super excited to be launching. We have just launched in the last 2 weeks in 1,700 Target stores nationally across America, and we are super excited to be in Target, and it is one of my favourite stores. Every time I go to the US, and indeed when I lived there, we used to spend all of our time shopping Target, so we are super excited about that.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time today. I feel like there's a lot of rich nuggets that we can apply into our work life or into our family life, and a lot for others too.
And make sure that you sign up for our website and newsletter at familyentourage.com. We'll have more great interviews with mompreneurs and man behind the brands from your favorite brands, as well as interviews with your favorite celebrities. So again, familyentourage.com.